What you're about to see is the world's biggest, dirtiest, evilest, secret, paedophile-run planet.
Without question, the biggest political scandal Britain has ever faced will be exposed tonight. It involves a secret network of the highest office holders in the land, past and current members of Parliament, cabinet ministers, judges, diplomats, even one of the country's top spies. These men are accused of some of the most sadistic child sexual abuse imaginable on hundreds of victims, some as young as 8. More confronting still are claims that children were killed in order to protect this network of predators. Certainly we know of dozens, if not hundreds, of state wards who were trafficked from institutions to be used as playthings of the rich and powerful. But others were literally picked out and abducted off the streets of London.
Is the past coming back to haunt Westminster?
Yes, yes it is. Their time is up. Part 1 will give you an insight of how bad things are within our governments around the world. Who are these people that lead us? Who are these people that take our money, our hard-earned money, and abuse it? And not only that, while they're abusing our money and our system and running it into the ground, they're abusing our children. They're murdering and abusing and raping up to 650 children a day alone in the UK.
They are allegations that go to the heart of Westminster. What started as an investigation into a paedophile ring is now not just looking at claims of child abuse, but also murder.
Undoubtedly, there's going to be injustice in the system, as there is in any system.
Allegations of abuse in the 70s and 80s. Allegations a dossier was destroyed. Allegations of a cover-up.
Child sexual abuse victims come forward to point the finger at very powerful men, serving members of the British Parliament, cabinet ministers, lords, spies, even senior police, incriminated in a VIP pedophile ring for the privileged and powerful.
Detectives are investigating 3 possible murders. They believe there was widespread abuse of young boys at places across London.
Yes, it is true. Parliament is built up of paedophiles and paedophile protectors.
I refer the House to my chairmanship of the Justice for Families campaign, also Care Leavers Voice, which is a group of care leavers who are concerned that the voice of care leavers is excluded from the system.
Empty every single time it's about child abuse. Every time.
Relation to releasing names of individuals accused of abuse or speculated to be involved in abuse, who have not been subject to a police investigation, have not been convicted of a criminal offence, and or whose name is not in the public domain in the context of child abuse, whether establishment figures or not. She argued that to do so would be, and I quote, unfair in 2 respects and unwise in a 3rd. Clear, we are talking about dark and shameful events that are a stain on our nation. These were children in the care of the state because they were vulnerable and the state let them down. That is why our first thought will always be with the victims, supporting them and bringing perpetrators to justice. Waterhouse's final report, Lost in Care, published in 2000, concluded that widespread sexual abuse of boys occurred in children's residential establishments.
The extent of the abuse revealed by the Waterhouse inquiry was staggering. It found evidence of widespread and persistent physical and sexual abuse, including multiple rapes carried out against young boys and girls. This abuse is allowed to take place over many years, sometimes decades, in the very homes where vulnerable children should have felt safe. The scale of the abuse is shocking. What is also shocking is that many of the inquiries into this abuse have encountered a reluctance to cooperate with them and a refusal to publish their conclusions. In short, cover-ups and missed opportunities.
Who couldn't give evidence to the new report because they've lost their lives. Most of them took their lives following the case, where they went before those who were accused, who were all used to giving evidence in court, some of them because of their police backgrounds. The victims were torn to shreds in a merciless way, and several of them took their lives as a direct consequence of the abuse being continued by our court system.
So not only do nearly all of the politicians that are meant to be running these countries not turn up to child abuse hearings, the ones that do are fucking asleep.
I was rather doubtful about when it came before the House originally. I was a supporter of the Treaty of Lisbon, and I voted against my own party with the then government quite frequently throughout those proceedings, and because I thought the treaty was highly desirable. I'm glad to say when we came to power we showed not the slightest sign of wishing to undo any of it. But the Charter of Fundamental
I'm going to introduce you to one of my heroes.